Hey everyone, you know how much we all love to learn new things, right? But sometimes finding the time to really dive deep can be
The
tough.
struggle.
Yeah, and that's exactly why we're so excited about today's deep dive. We're looking at something that could totally change the way we learn.
For the better, I hope.
Absolutely. It's called LearnWave, and get this, it's an entire learning platform all based on audio.
The future is here. Well, at least it might be.
Exactly. Is this the future of education? And if it is, how does it actually work? Those are the big questions we're going to explore today.
It all comes down to this really cool idea. Using technology, AI specifically, to make learning something you can do anywhere, anytime.
Okay, I am officially intrigued. Let's break it down. What is LearnWave? And what makes it different from all the other educational podcasts out there?
Well, for starters, it's designed for CBSE students. Think grades 7 through 12.
Okay.
But here's the real kicker. LearnWaves uses AI to create those audio lessons. No textbooks, no videos, just pure audio learning, powered by artificial intelligence.
Hold on. AI is crafting the lessons. That's something I haven't heard of before. How does that even work?
Picture this. You're out for a walk, maybe you're at the gym, or even just doing the dishes. And while you're doing all that, you're learning about science, history, whatever you're into. And the best part, no screen time.
Okay, I have to admit, that learn anywhere concept is pretty tempting. But I'm a bit old school when it comes to learning. Can audio learning really compete with a good old-fashioned textbook or a video lecture?
That's a question a lot of people have, and it's a good one. We're so used to visual learning, right? But the research is pretty fascinating. It turns out that learning through audio, especially if you're active while listening, can actually boost your memory. It's like engaging multiple senses at once, and that helps the information stick.
So you're saying I could learn better going for a jog than sitting at my desk. That's kind of mind-blowing. And let's be honest, we could all use a break from screens these days.
Exactly. Screen fatigue is a real issue, and audio learning is like a breath of fresh air.
So it sounds like LearnWave is really onto something here, but they're starting with CBSE students. What about everyone else?
Well, their goal is to make this kind of learning accessible to everyone. They're planning on expanding to other educational boards and even incorporating regional languages.
Okay, so they're thinking big, making education more inclusive, more available. I love that. What else is in store for LearnWave? What's next on their agenda?
They're working on some really cool stuff like personalized learning paths. Imagine a learning experience that's tailor-made for you, based on your pace and what you like. It's like having your own personal audio tutor.
That's amazing. It sounds like LearnWave is really committed to making education not just convenient and accessible, but also engaging and effective. Okay, so we've established that AI is at the core of this platform, crafting these audio lessons. But I think we need to go a little deeper. What exactly is this AI, and how does it create these incredible lessons?
We're not talking about just some run-of-the-mill AI. This is a system specifically designed for education. It doesn't just read text aloud. It actually understands the concepts and breaks them down in a way that students can easily grasp.
So it's like having a virtual teacher built right into the app.
Exactly. It takes complex information and turns it into clear, engaging audio lessons. Think storytelling, real-world examples, maybe even a little bit of humor to keep things interesting.
That's impressive. It sounds like they've really thought this through. But I'm curious, how does the AI actually create these lessons? Does it work from existing textbooks or materials?
It's actually even more advanced than that.
Wow.
While it can use existing resources, it can also create entirely original content.
Wow, that's amazing.
You feed it the curriculum, the learning objectives, and it crafts these custom-made lessons to fit those specific needs.
So it's not just replicating existing content, it's actually creating a truly personalized learning experience for each student. That's remarkable. But tell me, how does this AI handle different learning styles and paces?
This is where things get really interesting. The AI can actually adjust the lessons in real time based on how a student is interacting with the material.
Wait, hold on. Real-time adaptation, how does that work?
Let's say a student is struggling with a particular concept. The AI picks up on cues like frequent rewinding or pausing. Maybe they're taking longer to answer quiz questions. It sees those signs and adjusts the lesson right then and there. Maybe it offers extra explanations, different examples, or even a completely different way of explaining things.
That's incredible. It's like having a tutor who can customize the lesson on the fly to fit your specific needs.
Exactly. That level of personalization is what makes LearnWave so groundbreaking. It's not just about delivering information, it's about making sure each student really understands what they're learning.
I'm blown away by how much thought and innovation they've put into this AI. It's clearly designed to cater to the individual needs of each learner. But let's get real for a moment. How does all of this translate into actual results for students? Does LearnWave really make a difference in how they learn and how much they remember?
It's a great question, and the early results are really promising. We're seeing positive feedback from both students and teachers.
That's fantastic. Do you have any specific examples? What kind of changes are they seeing?
One pilot study in a few CBSE schools found that students who used LearnWays alongside traditional learning did significantly better in understanding and remembering key concepts compared to those who only used textbooks and classroom instruction.
Wow, that's pretty compelling. It sounds like LearnWave can be a real game changer when it comes to supplementing traditional learning.
And it's not just about test scores. Teachers are noticing a real difference in how students feel about learning. They're more engaged, more motivated, even more willing to participate in class discussions.
That's incredible. It's like LearnWave is sparking a genuine love of learning, and that's arguably the most important outcome of all.
Absolutely. The flexibility, the personalized approach, it all comes together to create a more positive and engaging learning experience for students.
I have to say, I'm incredibly impressed with the positive impact LearnWave is having. It's truly inspiring to see how this innovative approach is shaping the future of education.
We're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our LearnWave deep dive. We've explored its unique features, the magic of its AI technology, and even the positive impact it's already having on students.
It's been quite a journey so far.
And there's still so much more to uncover.
Definitely. We've only just begun to explore the possibilities.
Exactly. In the next part of our deep dive, we'll take a closer look at some of the potential limitations of audio learning, delve deeper into the role of AI in education, and discuss what all of this means for the future of learning as a whole.
I can't wait to continue our exploration.
Me too. So, for all of you out there who are just as fascinated by this topic as we are, be sure to join us for the next part of our deep dive into LearnWave. We'll be back soon with even more insights and thought-provoking discussions.
See you then.
Until then, keep those brains buzzing. Welcome back, everyone. We're diving right back into our exploration of LearnWave. This audio learning platform is just blowing our minds.
It's been quite a deep dive so far.
Right. We've talked about all the amazing features, the AI behind it all, and the positive results they're seeing with students.
It does sound pretty amazing, but like with anything new, there are always two sides to the story.
Exactly. So let's switch gears a bit. What are some of the potential downsides, the challenges that a platform like LearnWave might face?
Well, one thing that comes to mind is the nature of certain subjects. Some things just seem like they'd be easier to learn visually, like geometry or anatomy.
I see what you mean. I can't imagine trying to learn about, let's say, the human heart without actually seeing a diagram or a model.
Exactly. Describing those things with audio just wouldn't be the same.
Right.
But, and this is where it gets interesting, LearnWave is actually working on ways to address this.
Really? What are they doing?
They're experimenting with incorporating visuals right into the app.
Oh, wow.
So you could be listening to a lesson, let's say, about plant cells. And as the narrator describes each part, a diagram pops up on your screen, highlighting exactly what they're talking about.
So it's kind of like a multimedia experience then. That's pretty cool.
And they're even looking at using something called spatial audio. It basically creates a more immersive sound experience, so you can kind of hear the spatial relationships between things, even without seeing them.
Spatial audio, that sounds pretty futuristic. Like building a 3D learning environment with sound. That's amazing.
It really is. It's all about pushing the boundaries of what audio can do, so even those subjects that seem very visual can be learned effectively through this platform.
I'm really impressed with their commitment to finding creative solutions. But there's another challenge I'm thinking about, something that happens a lot with audio: distraction.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
It's easy to just tune out or get sidetracked when you're listening to something, especially if it's passive listening. How does LearnWave make sure students are actually absorbing the information, not just letting it go in one ear and out the other?
It's a great point. And it's something they've definitely thought about. One way they address it is through the content itself. The AI is designed to create lessons that are engaging, with different voices, sound effects, even a little bit of humor sprinkled in here and there.
So it's not just a monotonous voice droning on and on.
Exactly. It's more like a well-produced audio drama.
Right.
They also use interactive elements like pop-up quizzes, thought-provoking questions, or even moments where the listener is prompted to pause and reflect on something. All those things keep students actively engaged with the material.
I like that. It's almost like having a conversation with the lesson rather than just listening to it.
And the app also tracks your progress, give you personalized feedback, and suggests extra resources or practice exercises based on how you're doing. So there's a lot of accountability built in as well.
Wow, they've really covered all the bases. But I have to ask, what about the social aspect of learning? We often learn best when we can bounce ideas off each other, discuss things, and work together. Can a platform like LearnWave really replace that vital social element?
You're absolutely right. Social interaction is essential for learning, and that's something LearnWave is actively working on. They're developing features that allow students to connect with each other online.
Oh, that's great.
They can form study groups, participate in discussions about the lessons, and share notes and insights with each other.
So it's kind of like creating a virtual learning community.
Exactly. Even though they're learning through audio, they can still connect, support each other, and learn from different perspectives.
It's like bringing that sense of camaraderie and shared purpose into the digital world. I love that. Okay, so we've talked about some of the potential hurdles with audio learning, and it sounds like LearnWave is coming up with some really innovative ways to address them. But now I want to go back to what really makes this platform unique, the AI.
Yes. Let's delve a little deeper into the fascinating world of AI in education.
We've touched on how amazing this AI is. It personalizes lessons, creates original content, even adjusts to students' needs in real time, but also raises some big questions about what role AI will play in shaping the future of education.
You hit the nail on the head. The potential is huge, but we need to be thoughtful about how we approach it. What are the benefits, the possible challenges, and how will it change the dynamics of teaching and learning? These are all important things to consider.
So let's start with the potential benefits. How do you see AI transforming education for the better? What are some of the exciting possibilities?
Well, one of the most promising things is the potential for truly personalized learning on a massive scale. Imagine a world where every single student gets a learning experience that's designed specifically for them, based on their needs, their interests, how they learn best.
Wow, it's like having a personal tutor for everyone. That's an incredible vision.
And it's something AI can help us achieve. By analyzing tons of data about how students learn, these algorithms can identify patterns, predict where someone might struggle, and even suggest personalized activities and resources.
So it's not just about delivering information, it's about understanding each student as an individual learner and then creating a learning experience that helps them thrive.
Exactly. And AI can also make learning more fun and relevant for students. Imagine a system that takes into account a student's hobbies, their interests, even their career aspirations, and then suggests content that aligns with those passions.
No, that's brilliant. It's about making education feel less like work and more like a journey of discovery.
It's about tapping into that natural curiosity we all have and showing students how learning connects to their lives and their goals.
Okay, I'm starting to see the possibilities here, but what about assessment? How can AI help us move beyond those traditional tests and get a better understanding of how students are really learning?
That's another area where AI can shine. Traditional tests just give you a snapshot of what a student knows. AI can help us create more sophisticated, more personalized assessments that look beyond just the facts and figures.
I see. So instead of just measuring how well a student memorizes things or solves equations, we can use AI to assess things like critical thinking, creativity, and their ability to use what they've learned in real-world situations.
Exactly. AI can analyze data from how students interact with the learning materials, spot patterns in their thinking, and provide feedback that's specific and helpful. It's about moving away from that one-size-fits-all approach and recognizing that each student learns and shows what they know in different ways.
That's a really important shift in perspective. It's about embracing the diversity of learning styles and using AI to help us understand and support each student's individual journey.
I love that. And AI also has the potential to make education more accessible to everyone. Think about platforms like LearnWave, where you can access high-quality content anytime, anywhere.
Yeah.
That kind of flexibility can break down geographical barriers and reach students in even the most remote corners of the world.
That's a really powerful point. It's about ensuring that everyone, no matter where they live or their background, has the opportunity to learn and reach their full potential. It's about leveling the playing field and creating a more equitable world through education.
Couldn't have said it better myself. AI truly has the potential to change the face of education.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this second part of our LearnWave deep dive. We've explored the potential challenges, the possibilities of AI in education, and even touched on the broader societal impact this kind of technology could have.
It's been a fascinating discussion.
Now, in the final part of our deep dive, I think it's time to bring it all home. What does all of this mean for our listeners, for individuals who are passionate about lifelong learning and navigating this ever-changing world?
Great idea. Ultimately, this deep dive is all about empowering our listeners and giving them insights they can use in their own learning journeys.
Welcome back, everyone, for the final part of our deep dive into LearnWave. It's been quite a journey.
It really has. We've explored the platform, the AI behind it, the good, the maybe not so good,
Yeah, we've covered a lot. But now it's time to bring it all back to you, our listener.
to make it personal.
Exactly, because this whole deep dive is really about empowering you, about helping you embrace the future of learning.
Giving you the tools you need.
So let's shift our thinking for a minute. Imagine a world where learning isn't something you have to squeeze into your busy schedule.
Like another chore on your to-do list.
Right, imagine it's just woven into your everyday life, like a soundtrack.
I like that analogy, like you're walking the dog and listening to a history lesson. Or
Yeah.
cooking dinner while brushing up on the latest science news.
Exactly. Turning those little moments, those downtime pockets, into learning opportunities.
And since it's all personalized, you're always learning about things that truly interest you, things that light up your brain.
It's like having a learning experience that's tailor-made just for you, guiding you on a journey of discovery.
Now think about what this could mean for lifelong learning. It wouldn't be something that stops after you finish school. It would be a continuous process.
We're all naturally curious, always wanting to learn and experience new things. Imagine if learning wasn't seen as a chore, but as something we just do, as part of who we are.
It would be amazing. This kind of learning could help people embrace new challenges, navigate career changes, all those things that life throws at us.
It's about giving people the tools and the knowledge they need to thrive, not just survive, in a world that's constantly changing.
And think about your own career, for example. You could easily stay updated on the latest trends in your field, learn new skills, even explore completely different career paths, and all of that through these bite-sized, personalized learning experiences that fit into your daily life.
It's about breaking down those traditional barriers like time, access, cost, all those things that hold people back.
And it goes beyond just the professional side of things. Think about how this could impact your personal growth.
It's true. Imagine being able to dive into any topic that's ever fascinated you. Ancient philosophy, the mysteries of the universe, art history, anything.
And you wouldn't have to rearrange your whole life to do it.
Exactly. It's about creating a society of lifelong learners.
Yeah.
People who are constantly curious, always challenging themselves, always open to new ideas.
It's a beautiful vision.
Yeah.
And it's not just about individual benefits, it's about the progress of society as a whole.
Imagine a world where everyone has the chance to reach their full potential, where learning is a right, not a privilege, accessible to everyone.
A world full of informed, engaged people who are ready to face the challenges of our time and build a better future for everyone.
That's the kind of future LearnWave is pointing towards, a future where education isn't just about absorbing facts, but about developing critical thinking, sparking creativity, and igniting that love of learning within all of us.
It's about using technology to empower us to become lifelong learners, constantly growing and adapting to the world around us.
This deep dive has given us a lot to think about, hasn't it?
It really has.
And it's clear that the way we learn is changing dramatically, and platforms like LearnWave are leading the way. But the most important message for our listeners is this. Learning doesn't have to be limited to classrooms, textbooks, or strict schedules.
It can be a joyful, personalized experience that enriches our lives in so many ways.
So as you go about your day, we encourage you to embrace your curiosity, explore new ideas, and remember that learning is a journey, not a destination.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And with platforms like LearnWave, the world of learning is truly at your fingertips.
Keep learning, keep questioning, and keep that spark of curiosity alive.
That's it for our deep dive into LearnWave.
Thanks for joining us.
And until next time, keep those brains buzzing.